Hello guys, TheGrecianThunder here, and I'm here to answer bigstar1000's vinyl community thread that he put up this morning, this morning Pacific Standard Time anyway, and he asked, how has the vinyl community changed you, and he gave some examples. This could very well be an ongoing thing, you know. This is a question that we could always ask, because I was trying to think of an analogy, a comparative analogy for how it's changed me, and the first thing that popped into my mind was I felt like Charlie Bucket. If you guys don't know who Charlie Bucket is, he's the main character in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and yeah, that's how I felt. I felt that I had found my golden ticket, my reason to be, you know what I mean? Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I cleaned up a bit. Another way the vinyl community has affected me, you know. I started growing the beard for winter, and Rob Penny's 1960 it was kind of off the cuff, but he said something like, you know, oh, it makes me feel like summer's ending and all that, and I'm just like, oh man, that sucks. So I'm cleaning up for you, Rob, and you know, I've been doing the beard thing for 2 years straight. I think maybe this will be the year of non-beardness. You know, there's a way it affects me. Listening habits, immensely. I was kind of riding, you know, a couple different ponies with regards to what I was listening to for a long time, and not that I, you know, would be exclusively listening to a couple different genres, but they were, you know, favored, and I still favor, you know, genres, but they have expanded greatly. I mean, I just started listening to krautrock probably about a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't know much about it. I didn't really, you know, I was just like buying records like pretty sparsely. And then when I discovered the vinyl community, I mean, explosion, man. And then right now I'm on this Jap rock kick from hell, and I can't get enough of it. I just watched, I started watching this documentary that I found online because I'm, you know, almost finished with Jap rock sampler, and they were talking about the Taj Mahal Travelers, which Sonic Mainliner has talked about, and they had made a little documentary, and I found it. It's called Taj Mahal Travelers on Tour. It's not on YouTube, it's on some other site, I can't remember what it was, but I'll, you know, just Googleize it and you'll find it. Really cool, like little 16mm documentary type of thing. A little arty, which is okay. Other listening habits. I mean, every time you guys show a record, I try my hardest to remember, you know, and I should do what Rob does and write it down, but I'll research it a bit, and if I like it, you know, I mean, I'm kind of picky, I guess, is what, you know, I'm getting more picky in my old age, 33, and doing more research, and not as many blind buys as I used to do, which, you know, I could stand to do that more, because I've discovered some of the greatest albums that I have based on that. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm more discerning with my tastes, because, and I don't know why that is, but I don't know, maybe it's just it comes with experience, you know, being burned on some stuff. You know, I still get burned once in a while, and and then others that you guys have recommended has just changed my whole like pattern, you know, the way I am, you know. And earlier this year, as many of you may know, at the beginning of the year, I set forth on a quest to double my vinyl, which I did by the end of the year, and which I did by early August, and it's still growing. Back to the chocolate factory analogy, there's a scene in the original movie, not the remake with Johnny Depp, where they're on the Wonkatania, and they're going through the tunnel, and it's just all this like lights, and they're growing faster and faster and faster, and there's all these images like, you know, like a millipede crawling across a lady's face and a chicken head being cut off, and it's like, that's where I'm at right now, and that's where I want to stay, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in that, like, whoa, you know, like, I'm on a journey, and I'm going faster, you know, and I'm grabbing all these little things that you guys are showing along the way, and it's enriching my life, and in turn, I'm turning my friends on to music. You know, a lot of people don't know about a lot of the records that we have, and sometimes it'll change their life, you know, like it has mine. Community-wise, this is for a long time, it was super positive, and just enriching, and it still is. I'm not saying it isn't, but there has been some things that have crept in, little demons, little gremlins, into our little world here, and you know, I mean, it's going to affect things. Yeah, people are going to get hurt. You know, maybe not agree with some of the things that we have to say. I mean, I found a person on here that doesn't agree with what I have to say. Believe it or not, I believe it. Because sometimes I talk out my ass, but that's okay. You know, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to fault somebody for not being on the same page as me. You know, the whole majority rules thing, I mean, I've never really been a subscriber to that, and I think we are really a minority as far as music fans, because we dig, you know, we dig deeper, and a lot of people are content with staying in the present and listening to what is new, you know, and that's it, which is a shame, because there's so much good stuff out there, hidden archaeological finds yet to be discovered, you know. Yeah, so it has affected me greatly. I look forward to watching. This has replaced television for me. I mean, occasionally I will still watch TV, just, you know, I'm just like eating a sandwich or something, you know, and I want to watch some old Star Trek. I love Star Trek, man. It's all streaming on Netflix right now, and I'm, you know, I'm almost done with the original series. Moving on. Nerd alert. Anyway. But yeah, this has replaced television, and I've just expressed it before how excited I get. Like, you know, like I get home from work or hanging out with my family, my cousins that are here in Portland, or my friends. I'm like, you know, I hang out with my friends and family. You know, I have kind of a life, a semblance of one, but a majority of it is dedicated to records, getting back into playing music, and you guys. You know, I think about the vinyl community so much. I wonder, you know, what you know, if I see a new video, you know, sometimes I'll go on my phone and I'll say, oh, has anybody put up anything? Because it's kind of hard to watch videos on my phone, and I'll see, like, you know, say Big Star threw up a video. I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's showing, you know, like I get all excited like a little kid. Like, I'll run upstairs and turn on my computer and just be like, you know, like, just watch you guys and listen to what you have to say about these records. And a lot of you are much more descriptive than I am. I'm pretty vague in my descriptions of things, and I'm better at the written word than speaking, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to categorize things either. I think that's always been a struggle for me. I don't like to say, oh, that's this and this alone, you know. It's just, it is what you perceive it to be, you know. I mean, yeah, a band like 13th Floor Elevators is psychedelic, but not really, you know. I mean, it's music. It's organic. You know, I don't know. Music to me is not something that stays the same. You know, yeah, a song is finished, a song is recorded, but you're gonna hear something different every time you hear that song. I mean, the lump of the song is gonna be the same, but say, oh, I didn't hear that one bass note, or oh, that he hit the snare twice on, you know, 2:47 into the song, or, you know, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a musician's perspective, but, like, I mean, it's something that's always growing, despite still staying the same size. It's always growing, expanding. You guys are always growing and expanding, because I think we're feeding each other. You know, I know we're feeding each other. There's a lot of love, and it's overall it's a kick-ass experience. I really hope one day that, you know, at least the lion's share of us, or most of us, can meet somewhere in person and just, I don't know, we don't even have to talk about records, man. I mean, I would hang out with you guys on the daily, like, just, I don't know, almost like an AA group. I mean, not that we're addicted, but yeah, I mean, I would hang out with you guys every single day. I'd love to go record shopping with you, even though when I'm in record shopping, I'm like, you know, I'm in the zone. Like, people have come up to me like, you know, Andreas. I'm like, like, I'm not even. It's like when I watch television or a movie or something, like, there could be a party going on in the background, and I am like, woo, tuned in. Same thing when I'm crate digging. But yeah, I would definitely hang out with all of you. I love you guys and gals. Love to meet your families, and, you know, just hang out. Man, I'm rambling. Okay, I hope that's enough, Fred. I'm sure we'll extrapolate on this further as the months and years roll by, unless the apocalypse happens next year. So, alright, guys, have a good one. Love you. Good thread, Fred.